Okay, hello. This looks okay, not great. Let's move this a little bit there. There we go. Right, hello everyone and welcome. So we are going to be doing Crack a Commander, which is, I will be opening, there we go, set boosters of Kamigawa Neon Dynasty until we hit a legendary creature, and then we will be building a $50 budget deck around that. So pretty excited. I just put the most recent one from Storm Grad Games and Blondie Plays, Chaotic, Big Green Yeti. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you all so much for coming and hanging out. So yeah, we are going to be doing that. Let me grab the link here for that most recent Crack a Commander. Welcome is for y'all, in case you would like to watch this. So that's the gameplay, and this here is the opening and building of the deck. So Blondie Plays, Happy Saturday, just watched your old Bloodstained Crimson Vow deck. I'm so excited for this. Thanks. Yeah, that was a pretty exciting one. So that's what I just linked there in chat. That is going to be the Crimson Vow one. I originally wanted to do them on YouTube because I thought it'd be nice to have, you know, for the gameplay, have everybody's like face cams or their full screen cameras come up and everything. But it just took me so long between, you know, work, baby Noel, you know, everything else, life, that it didn't get done until Neon Dynasty came out. So gonna make sure I just stream this one. I'm gonna stream this opening. I'm actually gonna be pulling up my screen so that everybody can see it, and just, you know, building the deck here on stream, and then we will play that deck probably like next week or something, or as soon as I get the cards. I do have to go and actually get the cards and buy them and everything, and or, you know, if I have them. So I'm gonna open this up. Let me get a pen or something here so I can pierce this plastic outer shell. But yeah, cracking some boosties sounded like a lot of fun. That's why I wanted to start this. Haven't done it in a while. Yeah, life. Yeah, it happens. So cool. So have not seen this yet. It's neat. Little art card. All right. Thank you, 99 Problems. So let's open our first Neon Dynasty pack. This is the first pack I opened. I did not get a chance to go to pre-release or anything, so this is the very first one that I've gotten a chance to open. Our first card is the art card for the Junji. Yeah, Junji the Midnight Sky. I apologize if I'm going to pronounce these wrong. Would be a fun episode idea for Commander versus 2. Yeah, that'd actually pretty cool. Is there a commander I want to pull? So I really like Hinata, but spoiler alert, I'm going to be playing that in one of the Commander versus episodes. So it would be cool to play that, but a lot of the deck I think is pretty like low cost anyway. Like, you're gonna get to use a lot of like weird cards that you wouldn't normally see, that are X spells that, you know, are 25 cents or whatever. So it's kind of it'd be nice, and I would limit myself to, you know, not having some of those cards. But I don't know, that's the one that I really like out of this set. So 99 Problems, my LGS has done this a few times. Nice. Yeah, I've heard, because like obviously like Sheldon, the RC, did the boxing league where they actually opened the whole box and just built a deck out of the box. But this one is just, as soon as I hit that first legendary creature, I build a deck around that, and it has to be the $50 budget plus whatever I've opened so far. Christoph, what are your thoughts on Tatsunari Toad Rider as a death by 1,000 cuts commander? Is that that's the frog? It's like black, right? Or is it black blue? Because I have not looked through all of this set yet. So this is going to be a pretty, yeah, the human ninja that's on the big frog. Okay, yeah, it's black, blue, green. So it is whenever you cast an enchantment, if you don't control a creature, create it. Whenever you cast an enchantment spell with each opponent lose. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. I do remember seeing this. Yeah, it's a pretty neat one. I think that could be a cool one. Sultai enchantment commander, yeah, bringing back a bunch of enchantments and stuff. So we've got our swamp. I love these new basics. I'm really debating on just buying a bunch of these basics so that I can have them for some of my decks. So we've got some, oh cool, we've got 2 of the alternate art or ultimate frames already right in there. Some of the commons, Seismic Wave, Essence Capture, Zeus's Many Journeys, I love that one, and then Farewell is our first card, so that one's pretty sweet, and Generous Visitor is our foil in the deck. So Farewell is a really good card. So if we get white in our commander, that's a really good one to start us off. We'll put this here. We'll put that there. All right. Let's start our next one here. Ooh, this is such a cool art. Oh, foil island. Oh, that's so nice. And this is the Discover the Impossible by Ryan Pankos. I know that he was actually offering this as like a really nice like print that already was mounted on a frame and everything, and it looked really cool. But oh man, this is so nice. Look at how pretty that is. That's so cool. Let's get this back in focus there. There we go. Zeus's Many Journeys was really neat in my pre-release. I ended up with 2 of them, and the life gain was so good. Yeah, that seems super sweet. All right. Asari Captain, Reinforced Ronin, Heiko Yamazaki, the General. So this is one of the 2 cousins that people are like, hey, you might as well just play them with partner like you do the old ones. So, and Tales of Master Sashiro, and oh look, hey, there we go, 2 packs in. Persona Asari Commander is our legendary creature that we've got. So we're gonna be building a Boros deck. All right, cool. We've got some okay Boros cards. Let me pull those out here real quick. That was a quick one. So Persona Asari Commander is a 3/3 for 1 red-white haste. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, if it doesn't have an indestructible counter on it, put an indestructible counter on it. Whenever combat damage is dealt to me, remove the indestructible counter from it. Here it goes. So she's legendary. Oh, I forgot that this was an uncommon legend. I apologize. So that's actually the first one. So we opened 2 in this pack. Yeah, that's an odd one because I have not. Yeah, Heiko is also legendary. Yeah. So we can either go mono red or we can go Boros. Which one does everyone want to go with? I didn't even look to see if I got one in the last pack with one of the uncommon ones. No, it does not look like I did. So many legendaries and sets now. It's harder to hit the ocean from the beach than to hit a commander, right? So we can go with either the mono red or the Persona. 2 packs in. That's actually really cool. Yeah, I'm leaning towards the Boros Samurai. I think that one's a little bit better as far as just like making a cool commander. Because this one's neat, but it's basically warrior tribal with artifacts, which I could see. So let's get these sorted real quick. So Boros. Yeah, okay. How many packs do I open for Crack a Commander? I go until I get a legendary creature, and then I build around that. So the first one that I did for Midnight Hunt, I got it in the very first one. So normally when I was doing it for YouTube, I only bought 4 set boosters and then just opened. And then for Midnight Hunt, it was the very first one was Will Help the Rock Cleaver. And then when I did it for Crimson Vow, it took 11 packs until I hit my old Rutstein and finally got there. That was nice because I actually got to use, like I said, I use all the cards that I open up until that point, which is really useful. And in that one, if you'll go check out the links that I posted earlier, I got some really cool cards. Like I got a Cultivator Colossus, I got a Jet Medallion from the list in there, I got the Averbrook Caretaker, and I got the Hollowhenge something or other. It's nutty in the game. It's really cool. It's the one that doubles the amount of wolves and werewolves you have, or like you put a 2/2 wolf creature token into play for each wolf you have at the beginning of your upkeep, and it turned really, really good. So okay, so Rasona Asari Commander is what we're going to be going with. So we've got these green cards are going to go away, these blue and these black cards are going to be going away. So those will all get set to the side. And I bought this whole set booster thinking, you know, if I'm going to be doing it on stream, I don't want to just buy like 4 like I did last time, and then oops, I didn't open one, so I got to cut the stream, and then I got to go get more and all that. So so I just decided to get the booster box, and we can do it again later. How many packs? So with Indestructible, we go in with a lot of Wraths and board control. That's kind of what I was thinking. That'd be neat. Tough Fool, thank you so much. 39 months. Happy Saturday, Jamie. Happy Saturday to you. Fool. Neither of our basics are in our pool though, so. But we got some cool cards here. So we're gonna start it off with. Let me switch us over here to this shot, and this is all of Neon Dynasty, and then we've got our Kraka Commander spreadsheet right here for me to start us off with. So we're gonna go with well, let me change around my OBS here. There we go. All right, so cool. So Rasona Asari Commander. And then I will add some of the cards that we've got in there. Farewell is going to be a real good one, I think. It does exile, but it's still a really good board wipe, and I think it's going to be good if we want to use it in this deck. So first off, let's see. Persona Asari Commander. And then we've also got Farewell. And we can cut these later if we don't end up using them. Sorry, Captain. This one's the 3 red white 4/3 haste. Whenever a samurai or warrior you control attacks alone, it gets +1/+2 until end of turn for each samurai or warrior you control. So this might actually end up being a samurai warrior style deck. So reinforced Ronin. 2/2 for 1 haste at the beginning of your end step. Return it to its hand channel. Discard it. Draw a card for 1 red. Actually, we're probably not going to be playing this explosive entry. So you also get kind of a behind the scenes of like how I actually do my decks. This is both how I do Commander versus decks and how I do my personal decks. Is I actually just use a Google sheet. I go through Scryfall, a little bit of EDH Rec, and then I use deck stats personally, just because I like the layout a little bit better. So we're going to not probably use Explosive Entry, probably not Seismic Wave, which is an instant for 2 and a red, deals 2 damage to any target and 1 damage to each non-artifact creature target opponent controls. Kind of nice, but I don't know that we want to use that. We've got Gift of Wrath, chant creature, artifact or creature, as long as it's permanent is a creature, it gets +2/+2 and has Menace. When this leaves the battlefield, create a 2/2 red spirit creature token with Menace. It's okay for 4 mana. I don't know that I want to play it. Wanderer's Intervention, 1 and a white instant, deals 4 damage to target attacking or blocking creature. We have a lot of those. Sunblade Samurai, which I got 2 of the alternate arts, which is kind of sweet. 4 and a white, 4/4 Vigilant for a human samurai. channel to discard it, search your library for basic planes, put it in your hand, shuffle, you gain 2 life. Probably not. So we'll set those aside, and we'll start looking at what we can put in this deck. So this one is, yeah, haste, indestructible, and gets the indestructible counter when it deals combat damage, and you remove the indestructible counter when you take combat damage. So first thing is figuring out how much we can spend, because we've only got, I mean, Farewell is probably a pretty good one here. To get and not have to pay for. Yeah, it's $6, so that we don't have to pay the $6 for that. And I think the rest of them are probably only going to be, you know, quarter or whatever like that. Let's see here. So first off, let's go with in here. Is there any cards from the new set that we really want outside of this? I like the reconfigure cards. Those are kind of neat. Yeah. The Lizard Blade equipment. Yeah. Is that Lion Set? No. That's a red one, right? What's the budget? The budget is going to be $50 outside of the cards that I actually opened. So I can only spend $50 total. Basics are 0. So that's, you know. Is there a commander in mind? We just opened up Risona Asari Commander as the commander from our set booster packs. Got it after 2. So let me see about actually pulling up a image of that real quick. This will obviously go away when I move stuff around, but actually I wonder if I can do this. Let me let me put it up on Streamlabs instead. That might be better. Sunblade Samurai's a neat ramp. Yeah, that'd be cool. Let's see. What? Browser source. Let's do. Nope, not the one. There we go. Done. And let's crop this down quickly. There we go. Everybody see that all right? I think that's pretty good. E-Case, thank you so much for the resub. Blue, but Blue being played by Jeremy, I'll tolerate it. Nah, it's not Blue, unfortunately. It's just, that's where I got stuck when I was going through the search of land. Okay. Sunblade Samurai. How Voltron do you want to go? Are you thinking more Boros Samurais and Warriors chop stuff? I haven't decided yet. Voltron could be cool, but it is so fragile, and when you get, you know, you get something just kind of busted like that, you know, like people just target it and or just like go wide and kill you. So I think maybe a go wide, like a go wide warrior samurai could be neat. Let's see here. What was the one that you mentioned? Sunblade Samurai. Is that this one here? 4/4. Oh, okay. That's the one we opened. Sunblade Samurai, the altar. Frame 1. Yeah, because you can channel it to go get your planes, put it in your hand. So it's not ramp, it is search. So, hear me out. Ozolith indestructible counters constantly reusing Meogen activations. That could be good. Ozolith, I think we could definitely put in here. I think that's a good one. Okay, so Sunblade Samurai. There's also Tyrant Sanctum to get more indestructible counters too. Yeah, I think if we can just the Ozolith, that would be very cool. So we'll put that in here like as one of the first things. It's the Ozolith, right? There we go. So the Ozolith. That could be very neat. Yeah, because whenever it leaves the battlefield, if it had a counter on it, put those counters on the Ozolith. So, I mean, it's indestructible, so it only really if it leaves the battlefield, if it's like exiled or something like that. So, but yeah, we'll have a lot of stuff on there. Let's see here. Ozolith also lets Boros bank value, which is something that otherwise can't do much. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Like, if we can get a couple other, like, you know, some +1/+1 counters, which, you know, like AO the Dawn Sky and stuff like that can kind of do. Some white can give, like, you know, Cathar's Crusade, stuff like that. You can give the +1/+1 counters. That'd be nice. But we also want to give the other stuff. So Tyrite Sanctum for indestructible counter. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, right. I do remember this one. Call time. Yeah. Put an indestructible counter on target god. Yeah, that could be neat. Showdown of the Scalds. Showdown of the Scalds is actually really good. That's a good one to put in here for sure. All right. Yeah. I actually do like this one. Because, yeah, it's a sort of ramp, and then you can put a +1/+1 on target creature you control. So that one can be real good, and it's cheap. You know, it's only less than $1. So that's a good one. So these are the ones that we have that are, make those green because we know these are the ones that we actually have from the packs. So we're gonna go through and go looking around. I've been brewing Ryu today, so Boros stuff is super fresh in my head. Yeah. Late for dinner is a 4-mana value revive. Yes, late for dinner. Nope. Is it late for dinner? Late to dinner. Yuzuka the Ruthless. Oh, Maskwood Nexus would be good, but Maskwood Nexus is actually, I think, is it still? Yeah, it's like a little over $5, so it's gonna be kind of difficult. Yuzuka the Ruthless. Oh, Bushido 2. Sacrifice Samurai. Yeah, double strike until end turn. Yeah, if we were going Samurai, that would be a really good one. Do we want to go Samurai? Samurai are always kind of eh. You know, even with the addition in this set, like Bushido was never like a super great one, right? And like how many, let's see, like how many red-white Samurai do we have? I guess we get a decent amount more. So there's 48 in red-white. Yeah, because there definitely was, like, you know, not a lot. What's the goal of the deck? That's kind of what we haven't figured out quite yet. So that's kind of where we're at right now, is figuring out what we want to do. Do we want to build like a Voltron, like a board control-y with a lot of Wraths? Wraths are going to be difficult. Because, well, we can play like the slightly more expensive ones. You know, we can do like... I say expensive, I mean like mana value expensive, not obviously not money expensive. Decks clearly sold play 47 Samurai and call it 40 that I had 47 run at Salt. Boros equipment was one, you know, like we could go Voltron. Lion Sash, yeah, that's one that I was looking at too. We'll do because that's definitely was on my radar. It is gonna be like slightly like $2, $3 is really where, pardon me, we get to that point. I like the Ozlith. What is the cycle card that's a mass swipe? That's the Chroma's Vengeance. Unless there's another one. Yeah, equipment is hard to do on a budget, unless you get like the really, you know, cheap, like either they cost a lot to equip or they're just kind of you know. Yeah, Chroma's Vengeance, artifacts, creatures, and enchantments. Luckily, like Chroma's Vengeance and Austere Command have been reprinted a bunch of times, so they're dirt cheap. Oh, I guess Austere Command is still like $2 to $3 GSOP, so I thought that was closer to $1. Kindred Boon, that's, yeah. I wonder if how much that is. That's like 3 something. Okay. Put a divinity counter on target creature. Each creature you control a divinity counter has indestructible. So that's another sort of, you know, protection. That could be a good one. That's a good one. Okay, so I do like the idea of the Ozlith. I do like the idea of making this like a counters deck, like a, you know, +1/+1 counters and you know, all the indestructible counters and stuff like that. So I think that could be pretty neat. So I think we kind of focus around that a little bit. Vanquish the Horde MVP. That would be a good one. I think Vanquish might be a... Yeah, that's like a $5 card. So that's getting real... That's right on the edge of our budget here. So, but the Ozlith was probably... Also, yeah, the Ozlith is actually a $17 card. I didn't think about that. Oh, why you gotta be so expensive? So that's probably out, unfortunately, because that's gonna eat up like almost our entire budget right there. So I like that idea. Good thing we got it out of the way early. All right, so let's go with, let's see, what else we got here? Elblandy Play says, always combat control is an idea. They go their things, Geode Ranger, Morag, pillow yourself ghostly prison sphere of safety. That could be cool. Yeah, I do like that. So like my my Bassandra deck, or not Bassandra, what is it? Boros Angel that I'm blanking on, can actually be, it is kind of like a hate bears like control-ish deck, and it tries to control combat too, and not let people, you know, play spells or cast spells during combat. So it tries to control combat a little bit, so that'd be similar to what I have, which isn't bad. I punch, you know, touches the deck name. Yeah, Glory, that'd be a cool one. Yeah, it's a budget deck. $50 total besides what we've opened. So like the Farewell, which is, you know, six bucks is perfectly fine for us to have in there. So let's see here. Ozolith is out. Lion Sash is like 280, so yeah, let's do like a combat control. I like the idea of let's do stuff with goad. How much stuff do we have? And let's look at checklist. So we can't have Grenzo Havoc Razor, which is the most expensive thing, but almost everything else is Disrupt Decorum's like only $2. Geode Rager's only $2. Yeah. Yeah, Disrupt. Yeah, lots of good stuff here. So if we wanted to goad, we can definitely do that. Agitator and you know, the one Odric is really cheap. Master of Warcraft, Deflecting Palm, Kamiya False Hope for some lulls. Yeah. So that could be Vandalblast, Blasphemous Act. Yeah, those will be in here most likely if they fit the budget. So let's go with the Equipment Goad creature. This one, Bloodthirsty Blade. Master Warcraft. I'm wondering how much that is. Okay, very cheap. All right. That's a good one. All right, so let's just put like most of these in here. So we'll go Agitator Ant. I do like Agitator Ant. It's not quite as good as the Orzhov Advocist, but it's still, you know, something can be done. Besmirch, which is a couple of dollars because it's a threaten effect that also goads it. Oh, neat. Bloodthirsty Blade is only a couple of cents, so that's a good one. Disrupt Decorum. Geode Rager. I think we're going to put that in here. But knowing that it's going to be a little bit more expensive. The Battle Armor. Okay. Kamanu Battle Armor. This is one of the new reconfigure cards. 2 in a red, 2/2. Menace. Creature gets +2/+2 in Menace. Whenever it or equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, goad each creature that player controls. That's good. I like that. I like that. Diversion is probably not what we want. Martial Impetus. These are interesting cards, and yeah, cheap, shiny Impetus. Vengeful Ancestor. Whenever a goaded creature attacks, it deals 1 damage to its controller. Cool. All right, so sorry. Let me. Odric, Lunarch Martel, Relentless Assault, Extra Combat, Response, Resurgence. Okay. Conflagrate, play dredge cards. Oh. Oh, hi, Frodo. What's the name of the Boros dude from Strixhaven that gave double strike? I'm not sure. Yeah, Avatar of Slaughter is actually pretty cheap. We could do that. Remember, you can't spell slaughter without laughter. That is $3. That's pretty close to pushing the outer edge here. So, is Morag out of budget? Let me do. Oh, I'm sorry. That's MOUR. Is it just MOU? Which one is it? Morog? Yeah, Morog. There we go. Yeah, that's a $5 card. Probably not gonna happen. Archon of Glory. No Archon of Glory. There's just Glory. But I think that one's probably a little bit more expensive since it's from Judgment. Yeah, it's like a $4 card. You can get a World Champs one for $1.10, according to this. But we are going to go off of a little bit of SCG prices here. Doing 3DH here, kind of. So what we're doing is I opened booster packs of Neon Dynasty set booster packs until I got a legendary creature, and then we are building a $50 budget deck around it. So Rusona Asari Commander, as you can see right there, is what we opened up. So we are building around that. The Archon that makes creatures not attack you. Oh. Okay, I think I know what you're talking about. Is it the Archon of Absolution that gives you the protection? Is that what you're talking about? Or are you talking Blazing Archon, where it's just straight up can't attack? Oh, Blazing. Okay. Yeah, this one's a couple of dollars, because it's only been reprinted once. Or I guess like twice, I guess. But one of them was the Premium Deck Series Graveborn. So yeah, it's originally from Ravnica City of Guilds. It's only been reprinted once in Commander 2016, so it has creeped up in price a little bit. So that's a little bit much. Duelist's Heritage. Each combat give a creature double strike. Yes, that's the... It's like a enchantment, right? Yeah, and it's like 50 cents. Whenever one or more creatures attack, you may have target attacking creature gain double strike until end of turn, because that gives me the opportunity to give one of their things double strike. I do like that, and it's a cheap card. Good job, Pengu24. Grand melee and or fight to the death, maybe. Grand melee is the, yeah, each attack, each block, each turn of Fable, yeah. The keyword Soup Odric. That's the Lunarch Marshal. I could see that, because then if our commander has the indestructible counter on it, then it gives all of them double strike, or indestructible, right? Layla. Yeah, but Layla's a $7 card. It is a cool card, but it is kind of expensive. A lot of people were making some cool stuff out of that. Do like this card though, it's very neat. Let's see here. Yeah, Angel Song could be cheap include. Oh, okay, all right. That could be an interesting one. We got the Master Warcraft in there. Thank you, Danny Gambit, for the suggestion. War Cadence. Yes, I haven't seen that one in a while. That could be an interesting one. We've got like some extra. Boros isn't usually known for having like mana sink though, so I do like this card. It's a very neat card. It is only 34 cents right now on this. Yeah, Settle is $3. Rem Corollas is protection from burn. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I do. Yep. Remember this one. Because this one protects from like blasphemous acts and stuff. And it's 30 cents. Good suggestion, EK. Godo. Bandit Warlord. It's like a set $3 card, yeah. I'm the real Groot. We are building a deck based around Rusona Asari Commander. That is a $50 budget deck. So we opened Rusona in our set booster pack, along with a few other cards. The cards in green are the cards that we opened in the booster packs. So we opened booster packs until we got a legendary creature, and then we were building a $50 budget deck around that. Orzhov Advocist is cheap. Oh, right, because it had been reprinted a couple of times. I really like this card. Actually, let's see. Let's do red, white, and let's do what's it? The vote. How many vote cards do we have? Council's Judgment's probably too much, right? That's probably like I guess that's only $1.50, $1.75-ish, $2 maybe. We're gonna put it in, but probably have to take it out. Stody Squire. Devoted Crop Mate is a good one. Yeah, you may exert it when you do return target creature card with converted mana cost 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. That's pretty neat. Rune Tail prevents all damage to your creature. Yeah. Yep. Is a $4 card though, so probably like $3.50-ish for the list version of it. So we're probably not going to play that one. Runaway Steamkin. Yeah. Selfless Squire. Is Selfless Squire actually... Oh, I guess Selfless Squire is pretty cheap. I didn't realize that. Not realize how cheap that was. Yeah, Boros Charm, Lorehold Command. I think I definitely play Boros Charm. That's only like $1. It's like $2. Magic cards, why are you so expensive? Lorehold Commands, only 15 cents. Okay, so that's a good one. That one, you can gain Indestructible, and you can draw extra cards. So that's a good one to actually put in there, I think. Adriana is a good call. Oh, the melee one, yeah. You know what else is good? Assemble, come on. The Legion. It's $1.50. But I love this card in Boros decks. Weathered Wayfarer. Yeah, it's a $9 card. Probably not. Yeah, it's a good idea though. Goat Eater. Kami the False Hope. Nope, Kami of False Hope, I think. Yeah, Kami of False Hope is one of... Oh, that's a $1.50 now? Jeez. People are picking up. Yeah, the other Odric, Master Tactician, that lets you choose blockers. Because if we're kind of doing more of, like, at this point, we're doing you know, like, determining combat here. You know, Boros, I punch you, no touches, coming alive, sports fans. Yeah. Glorious Protector. Glorious Protector is 20 cents. Okay. Oh, okay. This is the one that, yeah, foretells, and you can exile all your stuff till it leaves the battlefield. That's a Wrath protection. Yeah. That's a pretty good one. Usher of the Fallen. Tajik Blade of Legion is good. Oh, okay, this is the one that makes more Human Warrior tokens. Yeah, that could be good. Tajik is probably pretty cheap. Yeah, 50 cents. I'm liking where this is going. I am liking where this is going. This is a pretty good one. I'm liking chat. Chat builds. Chat plays Pokemon. You know, chat builds Commander deck. is doing pretty well so far. Outlaws Merriment. Yes. Only $1. Okay, for the regular version. I do like Outlaws Merriment. Let's see. Emo Cakes suggested Daring King of Keldor. Might be a bit much. Okay, that's a $5 card. Probably not then. It is 6 mana, but it's a $5 card. Sun Titan, I think. Completely forgot about that. That's a couple bucks, right? Oh, it's like 30 cents. Goblin Spymaster is a $9 card. $8.75, so probably not. Luminarch's Aspirin is $3. Raid of the Raging Storm. Sorry. Oh, right. This is a $5 card, though. Because it was only in Commander and then the Anthology, so. Vampire Sun Titan or the Vehicle Sun Titan? Yes, Bassandra Battle Seraph is the one that I was thinking of. That's the one that I actually have built. And this is more of a, like a Hate Bears deck is the one that I actually have. So, but it's, yeah, it could be a good one. It's, you can get a $1.30, you know, something like that. So, it's okay. It prevents me from casting spells during combat, too, because it is players can't cast spells during combat, period. So it doesn't matter if it's your combat, it doesn't matter, it's not opponents, so it's good for forcing other things to attack, but it's not like Goad where they can't attack you, they can just, you know, they can attack right into your face if you force them to. Rash Taunter is $2.70, like $3 almost, so yeah. Yeah, Ghostly Prison, Sphere of Safety. We got Tajik in here. Blade of Legion. Oh, Tajik Legion's End. Is the one with Mentor, right? Yeah, Haste Mentor. Yeah, that could be a good, yeah, give it a, yep. Oh, Edge. I am gonna have to pause for just a second for just a baby Noell thing, so I will go ahead and leave it here. And if you want to just keep suggesting things, I will come back and grab those ASAP. Ooh, sorry about that. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, let me just double check here. So we've got. Let's see here. So EK suggests. Select opponents. Okay, all right, that's a pretty decent one. Sorry, going back through some old ones here. Ghostly Prison is still like a $2 card. Windborn Muse, though. Yeah, Windborn Muse is like a $0.50 card. Baird Steward, yep. The Baird. Nils from Strixhaven? Yes, Nils is such a sweet card. Love that card. Thank you for that suggestion. Il Blonde plays. Blinding Light taps all non-white to get through an attack. Oh, neat. Okay. I don't think I've seen that card. Interesting. Interesting. Double goat. Thank you. I think Adeline's worth it at $2. Well, I guess it depends, because like this one is saying it's, you know, $3.50 is like the cheapest one here. I guess this one is $3-ish. Yeah. Tectonic Reformation? Okay, alright. And that's only like 19 cents, yeah. We'll see what these are on SCG when we're done here, so. Gideon's Sacrifice. That's a good one. Wedding Announcement is technically a card draw. Secret Rendezvous. Battalion Men. Frontline Medic. Frontline Medic is okay. Archon of Absolution. Yeah, that's another good one. Yep, I forgot to add that in. Strixhaven Stadium random billfolds. Let's see how much that one is. Less than $1. I love Strixhaven Stadium. Fun card. Moon Blessed Cleric. Oh, okay. All right, that's a good one. Stadium is not becoming a replacement for Villainous Wealth. No. Atali because Atali. Is Atali actually... Yeah, I guess it's been reprinted enough. You really want that promo version, that's going to cost you, but... how much are Greaves? Still pretty expensive, okay. And boots. Still kind of expensive. Yeah, Swiftfoot boots are still kind of expensive. It's $2 something. Cosmotronic Wave is a neat bit of evasion. Secret Rendezvous for draw 3 is very low, but opponent also draw 3, yeah. Archon of Coronation. I do like bringing the Monarch into the game. Alright. I do like bringing the Monarch into the game. What's the other Monarch card that I was thinking of? I don't think I want the Court of Grace or Court of Ire, but... Yeah, Court of Grace. Court of Ire is only 33 cents, because that one's kind of... It's like, I like the courts. I don't know if I want to play it in this deck. How much is Sphere of Safety right now? Yeah, Sphere of Safety is out of our price range, I think. So we're probably not going to play that. But Windmore Muse and, like, you know, the other Baird, Student of Archive, and stuff like that are going to be trying to take that place. Emberwild Captain. Okay, all right. That's a cool one, yes. I like it. I like it. Rabbit Battery, decent replacement for boots if it is for haste. Actually, Rabbit Battery. Oh, it's the reconfigure one. Oh, okay, yeah. I like it. In red? Yeah, that's fine. Oh, the Harmonious Archon? Actually, I do think that's a pretty neat one. Oh, that's such a funny card. Do we want to play something like that, though? Whisper Silk Cloak. I'm not sure if that's actually... Yeah, that's like a $3, almost $4 card right now. You can get it for like 3 something. Yeah, because Zool, like, it is kind of bad because there are a lot of these cards that are creeping up in price that, like, if your goal is to have a $50 deck, you're going to be looking at a lot of non, like, you know, top 200 commander cards in the colors. Yeah, the Archon is definitely a polarizing card, yeah, for sure. Basri is good for as $1 for a Planeswalker. Oh, Basri Cat, that's the +1/+1 counters. Being indestructible. Yeah, it's like $1. We're really, like, aiming almost for more like 50 cent, 25 cent cards more than anything anymore. How much is Watley though? $3. And the Planeswalker deck one is like $3.50. You know what I'm saying? Not great. Archetype of Courage procs enchant counters for Sphere Safety. I'm not going to be running Sphere Safety, unfortunately. Yeah, we're probably pretty close, if not at $50, as is indeed. And we only have 50 cards right now. This is the cards that we're looking at, so we're going to go with Deck Builder, because I am going to be buying through Star City Games. Go figure. Non-foil played. Let's see what we got. We'll do some B7 through B. All right, so Edeline, $3.99. Triana, $49. And knowing that I'm probably going to be spending less on these than what's listed here, since I have premium. Symbol. Yeah, let's just see where we're at right now. 0.45. Like 0.25 is Bloodthirsty Blades, only a quarter. 255, 215 is the cheapest. Boros Charm, $1.69, nice. Disrupt Decorum is $3.25. 0.75 even. We're already at almost $20. Like I said, these add up fast when you're especially when you don't have a lot to pull from the booster packs. Oh, oops. Where's Protector? Did we not get Geode? The sacrifice is 0.15. So we did not have Geode Rager in stock, or I spelled it wrong. Battle Armor. Dinner. Could even get the sweet alternate art one for the same price. Oops. Lower hold command. Martial Impetus, Master Warcraft, Moon Blessed Cleric. Good one for a quarter. Nils is fantastic for 50-cent card. Really, really good. Lunarch Marshal's not on here. Advocist is a 25-cent card. Selfless Squire, $1. Shiny Impetus. Showdown is 50. $1, so 79 cents is the cheapest we got here, it looks like. Lots of those. 0.49, 0.59, 0.49, 0.25, 0.99, and 0.49. Import Muse. 3806 right now, and that's not even including lands. So yeah, there's probably a couple in here that we're gonna have to cut, like Avatar Slaughter. Probably not gonna be doing that for, and then maybe Adeliner's Blended Cathar for $4 is gonna be a little much. We could cut that out. That's almost, you know, a tenth of our budget right there. Brian Stoutarm, Abzon Falconer. Yeah, there's some good stuff. So Real surveyor? Okay. That's the... Okay, it's the new vehicle, yeah. Goes and gets you another... Yeah. Yeah, lots of them go up. Yeah, it's like out of fury. Multicolored creature. Wrong card. Eh. Yeah, Grenzo Havoc Razor being $30 is... Ooh, Grenzo's Ruffians. That's a good one. Yeah, I do like those effects. I do like Polak, or not Polak, but the green. There we go. That's a good one. So that's 15 cents. So let's be like quarter here. How much are Geode Rager? $1.99 normally, but this one's out, so we will do red on that. And Audric Ludrac Marshall, which I probably actually have a copy of both of these. Honestly, I think I have both of these. So we're still going to add them as part of the budget. You know, even if I own them, I'm still doing that. So these are... Why did that not come up? I must have that spelled wrong. Marshall. We definitely have that in stock. That makes sense. All right, Buzz Chut, indeed. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Ogre Battle Driver. So that's cool. Sorry about that. Just double checking. Ogre Battle Driver. I think this could be good. Could definitely be good with Italy for sure. Oh man, that's so good. Kedis is nasty with Arden. Why is Varchild Survival with Keldor have to be so expensive? Yeah. Ooh, Hellrider. That's 40 cents. Nice. That's a good one. The AMAC 2000 Reprobation. Okay, that's a good budget card. There we go. That's a good budget card. 7 cents. That's a good one for, yeah. Yeah, Loyal Unicorn is good. I like that. Answered Prayers. Oh, right, the enchantment. That could be neat. What's the giant that turns creatures into cowards? Intimidator. It is 7 mana for a 5/5. Lena Selfless Champions, another idea. Okay. That's a pretty decent one. 3/3 for 6 is a little much. But it can make a bunch of creatures, and yeah, it's only 19 cents. That's a good one, yeah. Skyline Despot is another Monarch card at 75 cents. Oh, right, that big dragon, yeah. Goblin Oriflame. Oh, it's the enchantment. Yeah, that attacking creatures get +1/+7. There's another one that's kind of like that. That's an enchantment that's like you get +1/+1 or plus something, +2/+0. Selfless Saver. Okay, it's only a quarter. Oh, Generous Gift. I think Generous Gift's a little much. Yeah, it's like a. Oh, I guess. Because it was just reprinted. That's only 80 cents. That might actually be good, yeah. Isn't there... There's another card that's kind of like this. Ooh, Condemn is good. Yeah, Condemn I haven't played in a long time. So Ketra's Monument. That is $1.50, so that's probably a little bit much. Fragger, we are doing a $50 budget deck, and the way that I did it is opened up packs, set booster packs of Kamigawa and Neon Dynasty until we hit a legendary creature that can be our commander. So we have Persona, as you can see there, and a couple of cards that are already out of the packs. We hit it on the second pack we opened, so we only got a few cards, and then everything else has to be $50 or less. Coveted Jewel. Is that still cheap? Yes, that's going in there. Oh man, I really like that card. Black Blade can reforge, I think, is a couple of dollars. Oh, I guess it was reprinted in a couple of times, so yeah. That could be an interesting one. Together Forever. Yeah. Could be interesting if we actually get more counters on stuff. Yeah, I don't know that we're going to have enough of an instant package to use Sunforger Bartimus, but that is an interesting one. Mob Rule is a budget win con idea. Yeah. Mass Threaten. You can choose 4 greater or 3 or less. Mob Rule would be neat if somebody's playing lots of tokens or something. We do need some like ramp, and especially like artifact ramp. So yeah, Commander Sphere is probably a couple of dollars at this point. Oh, I guess it's only 23 cents now. Reprinted into the ground. Boros. Signet. Oops. Anafenza Kintree. It's $1.50 now. Almost have a legendary something. I was actually thinking to Char, if we have enough of a legendary sub theme. Paris is 37 cents. I don't think we have a ton of multicolored creatures. A lot of our creatures are single color. So I don't think that's going to be great. Bonder's Ornament is a good one to, if you need the mana sink to draw a card. It can be a 3 mana rock, you know. Yeah, somebody else suggested Runaway Steamkin. I think it's I guess it's only 38 cents. I don't know if we have enough red in the deck currently. We have a lot of white, you know. Frontier Warmonger. That's an interesting one. Yeah, I like that. We're gonna add that in. But we do need some yeah, like Mind Stone. Yeah, Mind Stone's only like less than $1, but don't know how much that's gonna add. Ecologist Terrarium. It's land. Interesting. Yeah, we probably want more wipe. Doomscar is $1.53. So what we were looking at, like all the blows up stuff before, right? Oops. So we want destroy all creatures. Probably want like Chroma's Vengeance. Cleansing Nova, maybe. Yeah, like Cleansing Nova. Because like Day of Judgment, Wrath of God are both, you know, ish. End Hostilities is 30 cents, but Fated Retribution, Fell of the Mighty, nah. Fight to the Death. 21. It's $1 because it's an old card. It hasn't been reprinted. Hour of Revelation is cheap. Destroy all. Oh, is that Hour of Reckoning, you mean? Sublime Exaltation. Do you like me a Qatar's Wrath? And Martial Coup. I think Martial Coup, probably. Somebody suggested Slash the Ranks before. I don't know if that's... Sublime Exaltation is the undaunted one. Vanquish is kind of expensive. Mass Calcify is fine. Unbreakable Formation is probably a little expensive. Yeah, I think Martial Coup is the other one that I'm going to put in here. Mass Calcify is... Yeah, it's a little expensive at 7 mana, but... Yeah, Our Revelation. 40-cent card. It's got Convoke. Fortunate Few. Forgot about that one. We got, at the moment we have three board wipes with Cleansing Nova, Martial Coup, and the because we opened the Farewell, and that's an exile, so Dawn Charm could be interesting. See that being an interesting one. All right, so let's sort rain. Actually, we want to do this first. See where we're at. Alright, so let's see. Ogre Battle Driver, I probably didn't spell right. Hellrider, 0.49. Reprobation, 15 cents. Loyal Unicorn, 25. Lena, 49. That's pretty good. Skyline Despot, 75 cents. That's a good one for 75 cents. Generous Gift was the one that was a little expensive. Apparently, still $2.49 on Star City Games, but we'll keep it in there just as a maybe. Condemn. Coveted Jewel, 49 cents. I love me some Coveted Jewel. Black Blade Reforged, $1. Mob Rule, 49 cents. Commander Sphere, actually less, 15 cents. Looks good, looks good. Boros Signet, 75? 79 cents right now? Jeez, Pete's. Ah, there we go, 49 cents. I'm gonna say, that definitely shouldn't be that expensive. Bonder's Ornament, we don't have. Mind Stone. Cleansing, no, there's a good chance I also spelled some cards wrong here, so. Mind Stone, 0.99, that's even better. 0.49. Martial Coup, 0.4. Alright. Okay, we're just out of Ogre Battle Driver, except for this Duels of the Planeswalker version. But we'll put that in there as 0.49 just in case. Wander's Ornament, 0.49. I definitely have one of those in the house, so that's fine if we don't have it in the store. And I don't think I have a copy of this, but I'll have to double check. Chandra's Ignition and an equipment that gives Death Touch. Unbreakable Formation's only $50. Okay. Okay, yeah. Good one. Bright Flame is always fun. Sometimes it's one-sided. Yeah. That one is an interesting card for like 50 cents. That one's pretty funny. Chandra's Ignition is a pretty good card. Yeah, $8. can get a secret layer one for 49 cents. Secret layer Planeswalker symbol. That doesn't seem right. That's probably the list or something. Don't have it on the website currently. Yeah. Ornithopter of Paradise. Is that actually cheap? I thought that would have been a couple dollars at this point, but 25 cents. All right. All right. All right. I see you, Ornithopter of Paradise. There's a white card Olivia runs where you gain the life instead of losing it, and it is amazing. Chain reaction, yes. Yeah, for 50 cents. Okay. Yeah. Okay, right now we're at $52.94 without lands, but we are also quite a few cards over, so we're about 9 cards over. And we're probably going to be putting in, so we got Tyrant Sanctum, one of our lands. So here. We're probably going to be putting in, you know, a few more lands. Yeah, so I think we got to take out this Rager that's $2. I think we have to take out Adeline Resplendent Cathar, unfortunately. Probably this Avatar of Slaughter. Disrupt Decorum and Boros Charm, I think I want to keep. Those are going to be like our high dollar cards for this deck. And then we've got Generous Gift at $2.49, so I think we cut that. And that leaves us an okay amount of room here for some lands. Sorry about that. Just double checking with Mrs. Noel on baby Noel stuff. Yeah. It's the 2 colors you can totally get by with all basics if you must. I think we're gonna probably look at a couple of cards. Blue Lore, thank you so much for that tier 1 subs. 18 months, how are you doing? I am doing pretty well. Mrs. Noel just had her booster shot today, so she is starting to feel it. Baby Noel has woke up early today, so he's was up kind of fussy most of the day, but he's down now. So shenanigan for cheap artifact removal. Oops. Shenanigans. There we go. It's dredge one, right? It'd be okay for 25 cents. Clash Fog, Pollen Lullaby, yeah. Pollen Lullaby was always an interesting card. I liked this card in the limited format. It's just funny. That's funny. And then Shenanigans, yeah. I think we'll do Shenanigans. See how that works out. Disenchant. Yeah, Disenchant's probably just better because we're in white, yeah. Is there a better Disenchant that's still cheap? Because Disenchant we can get for, you know, 15 cents. If we want to ball out, we can get a 7th edition foil for 21 or alpha for $135. the Cathar Commando. Oh, right. The one that comes in, it's a 3-1? Yeah. Flash. That's a pretty good one. I like that. Instead of just straight disenchant. I mean, it technically costs 3 if you want to use it for an actual disenchant, but I think most of the time you're just going to be flashing it in and then blowing something up later. So, yeah, we got a couple cards that we just got to cut here. Right now it looks like, I usually like 63 cards, so 7 cards at the moment if we actually want to cut stuff. But yeah, I think this is a pretty solid list. Let's look at the curve and stuff right now. See where we're at. Before we go into that. Okay, so it's okay. I mean, a little bit heavier on 6s. But it goes up to about 4 and then comes back down. We've got 38 creatures, 32 spells, which is pretty good. We'll probably cut just a few there. I mean, like I said, we've only got a few to cut here, so 7 cards to cut. So cutting from either of those is completely fine. A little bit more white heavy than red heavy. So let's see what we got here. Type extended, converted cost. Cool. Yeah, I like this. I like where we're going with this. Wily Goblin says, yeah, let's see. Is that the one that makes a treasure? Red for 1. Since we're a little heavier on white, maybe we don't want that? If it's double red, but I don't know. Because we're not going to hit it on turn 2 like with double red. Like a chain reaction or disruptive swarm is probably fine because those are going to go much later. The Pilfer. Impulsive Pilfer. Oh, when it dies and it's got Encore, and it's only 29 cents. Interesting. Let's see how much mana ramp we have, or I say ramp, I like just how much that we have. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this is not really. So we have a few of them that are 3s, a couple that are 2s. So we got 5, 6-ish mana rocks. And then we have like I think a couple that go and get lands. And then we got, so that's 1 there. We got a couple things that got lands, and that's probably fine. So yeah, a few extra 6s here. We might want to cut one of these, but I don't know. Maybe we cut like Mob Rule. Maybe we just cut the Farewell even though we opened it. Rip Apart seems good. A couple people suggest. We'll check. Oh, right, the one from Strixhaven. Okay, yeah, it's kind of the like lightning, not bolt, but can't remember, with the 1 in a red. Or yeah, that could be interesting. Versatile for 50 cents is a little much. but we've got a few others that are 50 cents. So 42 right now, and we got to cut a few cards. All right, here. Let's see. So we could cut Farewell because it is an exile, but we might want to actually be able to exile their stuff, which is useful. And it's one or more. Like exiling all graveyards against like a graveyard-based deck and all like enchantments is probably going to be worth 6 mana. I like Mob Rule. If somebody's playing tokens, that can be very funny. Just, oh look, you've made a bunch of tokens, steal them all, swing. Oh, this is interesting. So we've got Outlaw's Merriment and Assemble the Legion. I like Assemble the Legion quite a bit. That's just me. Awe Strike. Card you were thinking? Target creature. Okay, alright. That's pretty funny. So if they come at you with one really big thing, that's funny. I like Tectonic Reformation for being able to cycle through extra lands. I want to keep that. I do like Duelist Heritage as a, you know, attack other people trick. I think I want a lot of those types of things. The Showdown at the Scalds, I don't know if we want it in this deck anymore, but I'm not sure. But I do like it. Master Warcraft, the Blinding Light is funny. It's just really funny. That's a sorcery, so you have to get in there. And then we have a bunch of creatures. The Moonblessed Cleric probably doesn't do as much if we're not going to go for, you know, the Sphere of Safety and stuff. We probably cut Moonblessed Cleric. Because all we're going to get is, like, you know, Assemble, or one of the impetuses, I guess. Cosmotronic Wave get in there to help with the Strixhaven Stadium? I don't think so. I can't remember what that one does. Oh, right. Can't block this turn. Blandy plays, that's, I will consider that. For 15 cents. Alright, we gotta stop adding cards though. Let's look at our big stuff though. So we've got the Skyline Despot, which I think is fun. The Monarch ability is always just fun in Commander. Got a couple of those. We got the Archon of Coronation, Skyline Despot. I think I just cut the Asari Captain. Yeah, because we're not doing that. So we cut the Asari Captain. Let's move everything up. That doesn't really do anything. The Sunblade Samurai is still fine. I don't know that we play. Yeah, we don't play the other Yamazaki. So the Reinforced Ronin. Where's that? Do I not have that in here? Oh, that's this one here. Okay, that's the 2/2 haste. Channel draw card. That's fine. So we take those couple out. Don't forget to adjust the sum when you cut from rows 1 through 6. Oh, we're not counting those in the sum, so the sum here was actually, let me do this. Yeah, it should automatically update B5 through B. So that goes all the way down. 4257 right now with all that. That cuts us down to 69. Nice, but not where we want to be. So we do need to cut out probably about 6 more cards. Oh yeah, those two didn't really need to be in the deck. Yeah. Sorry, Captain, we cut. Cut Tajik. Which one? We have both. We have the indestructible one that gets +5, and then we have the Mentor Haste one that also prevents non-combat damage to other creatures I control and can get first strike. Blade of Legion, yeah. Yeah, 2/2 for 4 indestructible. The battalions is, yeah, probably not worth it. That's a good one to get, or that's another 4 to get rid of, which is good. I like the idea of having Vengeful Ancestor and then casting Disrupt Decorum. That's so good. I know that's probably like Magic Christmas Land almost, but all right. Yeah, I think this deck's shaping up pretty well here. I like it. So we just got to cut a few more, get some lands in there. I don't know that we need Lena here, yeah. Selfless Champion. 3/3 for 6. Sack it. Creatures with you control power less than its power gain indestructible until end of turn. Yeah. Probably not. Not as a 6-drop. I do like the Archon because it gives the Monarch. Same reason why I'm going to keep Skyline Despot, even though it's silly. That cuts us down. Ogre Battle Driver is good. I like that one, especially with something like the Atali. Alright, let me double check where we're at now, because we've cut a couple of cards here. Added like 1 or 2. Rem? Coryllis? Yeah. It's a, I mean, it's a 3-mana haster, so that's kind of... Oh, did I mess it up? What is this? Okay. Nope, that was still 70. Oh. Alright, so let's see. Rem, he said. Flying Haste, if a spell would deal damage to you or another permanent you control, prevent it. Deal damage to an opponent or permanent that opponent controls that deals that much damage plus 1. Yeah, that's like okay if we're trying to go for something like protecting from like a blasphemous act. It is a flying haste. So it's like okay, not great. I think yeah, maybe take that out. I still think the Moon Blessed Cleric is probably not worth it. Then, hey, Pharmacist Judge. And then I think we maybe take out a couple of spells here, maybe 1 or 2. Yeah, Ghostly Prison, they're expensive, man. Man, oh man, they are expensive. $4 whole dollars. I can get it for $2.50, but still. $1.99. $2. Yeah, so we opened up the Risona Asari Commander, and we're building kind of a Boros big stuffs, and then yeah, Goad, combat control. What's Windborn Muse sitting at? We've got that in there. It's pretty cheap. It's like 50 cents. Yeah, 50 cents here. Oops. So we gotta cut 2 more cards. What's a decent pre-con commander deck from the past 3 to 5 years? Any of the $20 ones? You can find the $20 ones? Like, they're still really... yeah, you know, still really good. The Strixhaven ones, I think, are good. Yeah, Master Warcraft is one that I'm really debating on. That one's I feel like every time I cast it, it's gonna be those creatures have to attack, and then they're like, okay, well they're attacking you. You know. So yeah, maybe take that one out. I like the D&D ones, but I also I will show off my D&D ones. Strixhaven and which one? I think any of the the AC whatever tyrant, if you can find it for $20, it's one of the Commander Legends ones. Obun I liked a lot. Yeah, the $20 ones are just good. The Rakdos Prosper one is hot. Yeah. Yeah, 4 mana Fog is kind of meh. You're right, Pharmacist Judge. Yeah, the D&D ones I liked a lot, but again, I'll show you. Let me show this off here. Come on. Let's see. This. Yeah. Then, before we finish this, let me show this off because this is one of my favorite things right now. This is my D&D binder. AFR. I have one of every card in non-foil. And some of them are in foil, and then the ones that I'm actually using in decks I have set aside and put a sleeve. But I'm really hoping that I can get all of these artist proofs. That would be so much fun. The only cards that I am currently missing are 2 of the cards that come in the commander decks, but the extended art versions that are found in like set boosters. So love this set. As soon as they were like, hey, we're doing a D&D set, I was like, well, you got me. You got me. You got me. There we go. Yeah, there we go. So that's my showing off a little bit. As soon as Commander Legends Baldur's Gate comes out too, there's probably going to be a second one of these. Some of my wonderful friends who received the influencer packages also sent some goodies along. I've got the map and the little mini adventure, and hopefully I will get more of the rest of it soon. This man is a DM in his spare time. I wish I had time to play D&D, because if I could show you my bookshelf over here, I've got all of my 3rd edition books from when I was playing then, 4th edition, 5th edition, and then a bunch of my other RPGs, which if you haven't tried out non-D&D RPGs, like if you've played RPGs and you haven't tried out non-D&D ones, I highly suggest trying them out. A lot of people will fight about like D&D versus Pathfinder. Really, it's kind of whatever your preference is more than anything. It's the same thing with like Mac versus PC, iPhone versus Android, you know, any of those sorts of like fights that people get into about like this thing is superior to the other. I can see, you know, the benefits and the negatives for a lot of stuff, and it's just whichever one is, you know, better for you. What free time exactly? Played Rift in the before time. Some of my favorite ones were, there are a couple of superhero RPGs. One is Silver Age Sentinels. That's the one I've played more often. Mutants and Masterminds is another one. But Silver Age Sentinels is a lot of fun. You just kind of have to work with your group and the game master to make sure that you're not breaking everything. Shadowrun, yeah, is a fun one. We played a bit of Hunter from the World of Darkness. That one was a lot of fun. Like Vampire the Masquerade system, the White Wolf system. But yeah, Hunter, D20 Modern is a lot of fun if you're, you know, wanting to play something a little bit more in the now times. Let's see what else. D20 Modern has like an Urban Arcana system that's like pretty good. But yeah, there's like a lot of different options, and you can definitely find stuff. I've even got like a random one that I picked up at like a convention that's just a zombie apocalypse RPG. You know, it was just some smaller company, and they're like, here's an RPG, you know, to run that. So Ghostly Prison Bribe Bunny. Let's see where we're at. $40. We might be able to afford it. You know, for the $2.50 or $2. I'll tell you what, if we can cut 2 more cards, I will put the Ghostly Prison in here, because then the lands, we should be okay. Thank you, Oblandy, for the resub, though. Tier 1 sub. But yeah, if you get a chance, highly suggest it. There's a lot of variety out there. You can always find something to fit your style. And there's lots of options. So let's see here. What else do we got? Master Warcraft we cut. Pollen Lullaby is a big maybe. I think I'm going to cut Pollen Lullaby. I like it. It's a whatever card. We're going to cut Pollen Lullaby. So we'll go Ghostly Prison, $1.99. So we do need 1 more card to cut if we're going to put this Ghostly Prison in. I think Pollen Lullaby is funny. I don't know that I want to play just a white fog that doesn't untap their creatures, maybe. Blinding Light is also fun, but if you're going to get in there for the Alpha Strike. Blinding Light and the Cosmotronic Wave. I like these two being the opposite ends. End step, upkeep. Warcraft we cut. So let me redo this since we're... Maybe we just do 64. Maybe we just do 36 lands. I don't know. Might be dumb. Our curve is 3.5. It's a little high. 32 spells, 32 creatures. 47 white, 35 red. Yeah, like it being at 4, you know, is the high point, makes me a little worried. How much ramp do we have? It's like 5, 6 pieces of ramp, I think. As there was Signet, Mindstone, Ornament, Commander Sphere, Strixhaven Stadium, so that's 5 technically. And then Coveted Jewel, which is like 6-ish. Let's be disciplined and cut another spell. Might be worth it. I do like Gideon's Sacrifice in here. That's pretty funny if we have our indestructible counter. Oh, 31 creatures. I want to cut a spell. Maybe I just get rid out of Council's Judgment or Showdown. I think Showdown probably. Council's Judgment actually gets something. Yeah, Farewell was kind of where I was at. Farewell is like, it is the 6 mana one. It is not counting towards our cost because that was one I opened. That was kind of nice. And then it can get rid of graveyards and enchantments in white. Yeah, I think Showdown's probably the best option since, we aren't going to be casting like tons of spells all in one turn, even though our curve is low. I think Showdown with the Scalds is what I'm going to cut here. Oh. But yeah, 4161. Now let's go ahead and grab our lands. So this Sanctum was one. How much is that? One that somebody suggested first might still not be worth it. Indestructible counter for 75 cents. Since we're not doing the Ozolith, I don't know if it's worth it. We're going to do white, red, and do it by the EDH rank. Double check the cost on it. Because I think we're going to do Command Tower, probably, I don't know if I want to do the like Evolving Wilds and stuff. Rogue's Passage. If we can get that in there, that'd be good. We're not doing any of the fetches, obviously. Not Path of Ancestry, excuse me. Don't really need that, don't really need that. How much is Clifftop Retreat? Probably a little expensive, right? Yeah, $7. It's more expensive than I want it to be. +1/+1 counter on there. Yeah, that might. Yeah, just Battlefield Forge. It's been reprinted enough. $2.99. $2.15. We get a played one. HP one for $1.60. Yeah, I think if we go like $1.99, that might be okay. I don't think we have enough artifacts that we care about that we want to do Buried Ruin. So I think like maybe a Battlefield Forge. So that's gonna be like on the high end of the dollar bills, y'all. How much is Ghost Quarter? $1.99. Yeah. $1.49. Karoo, yeah, the red white Karoo land be good. Boros Garrison, that's the one. Axguard Armory. ARD. Eh. Oh, just straight crew. Temples are cheap right now. Temple of Triumph is, yeah, Temple could be good. Straight Karoo. You know what? Let's do it. Just straight up Karoo. The Thriving Cycle from Jumpstart could be good. Actually, is Field of Ruin cheaper? Yeah, Field of Ruin over Ghost Quarter. That's what I want. What I was thinking of. Eagerly awaiting the secret lair with the single mana cycling lands. Yeah. Step. How about the pathways? Yeah, they're $3, $4. Don't think I have enough humans to make it worthwhile. Half of Ancestry, because I've got that. Let's see, where we got? We got like, this makes humans, this makes soldiers. Next thing, so let's see how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12. Like 12 humans. It ramps the other 2 players. Yeah, I'm just looking for like a destruction that can be not terrible. And like maybe Ghost Quarter's probably okay. Are the castles cheap? Yeah, Spine Rock Knoll. It's getting a reprint. Yay! Are there going to be trouble lands? You never know. I feel like I gotta do Spine Rock Knoll, right? That's just like a given. They're coming out with that secret layer, or they just came out with that secret layer version of Spine Rock Knoll, so that's the one that I'm kind of might be doing it. Can't remember the conditions. Yeah, that's part of my problem. Is white is attack with 3 creatures, red is 7 mana, Shelldock Isle blue is a library, has 20 or less cards in it, I believe. Black, I have no remember, and green is if you have a creature or creatures you control have power 10, I think. Whew. Man, Amiria went up. Black is someone has everyone is hellbent, or someone is hellbent. Sun Home's probably expensive. Oh, 9 cents. Okay, never mind. Each player's hellbent. Okay. Needle Spires is 49 cents. Slayer Stronghold. Slayer Stronghold is an interesting one. +2, +0, 50 cents or 60 cents. Vigilance and Haste. You said Needle Spires is cheap. Yeah, Boros has cheap lands, indeed. Actually, one of the reasons why I built my Bassandra deck was because I had a plateau. I bought a plateau and a Badlands when, like, in the first couple of months of working for Star City, because we had a couple HP ones that we had just bought at a Seattle event. I was like, oh, I'm building my Kali of the Vast commander deck, and it's like, might as well, since they're $40 and now they're worth like stupid amounts, $250 probably for those. Yeah, we might not even play the Ghost Quarter. Like you said, it's like, how often are you gonna have a problematic land? Go back and make a change there. Chatting with your friends about when you built your first commander deck. Yeah. Mistvale Plains. That one's the... Well, $50 is my budget, and the people I play with know that my budget is $50, so they try and play the not expensive cards. Evolving Wilds and Terramorphic Expanse are like fine, and I can't think of what I would want them for outside of just making sure I get like my second red or white if I absolutely needed it. I could play Carekeep. Make a bunch of 0/1s. These are probably kind of pricey, yeah. Thriving Lands are probably... they're not too expensive. No, not everybody in the group does the $50 budget, or does like the building around the the commander or whatever, the Kraken commander, but everybody knows the limitation of my decks, so they tend to play their budget decks as well. Pardon me, I should probably get going soon. Yeah. Alright, here's these cards. I am going to sort them. I'm going to put them in here. I'm probably going to cut quite a few of these. Like, so many tapped lands is probably not great. The land in Kamigawa that's similar to the Thriving Lands. Sure. Okay, Battlefield Forge, 215. I think we had a cheaper one than that, right? $1.69. Yeah, Boros Garrison. It's crew land. I'm fine with like maybe a crew land. I think I get rid of the Guild Gate though. Yeah, I think I get rid of the Guild Gate. And towers 25 cents. Ghost Quarter. I think I just cut Ghost Quarter. I think I cut Crew, just straight Crew. It's just funny, but Needle Spires is 49 cents. Yeah, Pharmacist Judge don't like Crew very much. Bouncing in untapped planes is too much, yeah. Rogue's Passage. Get our commander in. 39 cents, even better. No Slayer Stronghold, so Spine Rock Knoll, Sun Home, 29 cents. That's nice. That's a nice little one. 49 for Temple. And 75 cents for this, so let's see if Slayer Stronghold. Okay, so we have a 49 cent. Yeah, I don't know why it didn't go through. 49 cent. Oh, these ones here. Oops, not the sheet. What do we add? 47.19. There we go. Now let's do. See where we're at. All right. Mana source distribution 18, 18, and 1. 36. So we probably want one more plains and mountain. 37 land, 32 creature, 31 spells. Mana curve 3.49. I like this. I like this a lot. I think we did pretty well here. So that is our full deck list. Check that out. Actually, do that. Type. There we go. Yeah, there we go. That's a pretty sweet one. We got rid of the Guildgate. Got Garrison. Yeah. This is cool. No Chain to the Rock. Oh man. I almost forgot about Chain to the Rocks. That's pretty funny. 75 cents. That's pretty funny. Okay. Yeah, I think this is good. I think we will call this good. I will go out and get these cards sorted. Probably have several of them here, so I can just build those, but we kept it under the budget there, so pick up the cards that I need. So yeah, that's all we got. We will, since we only went through 2 of the set boosters, as far as well, where are we at here? Camera. There we go. Since we only went through 2 of the set boosters to actually get, you know, our Risona Asari commander, we will probably do this again because I don't want to just crack this whole set booster box to get it. So we'll probably do this at least one more time. So I'll build this deck, probably play it next week Saturday is what I would guess, and then do this again in a couple of weeks, maybe a few weeks. And yeah, I think this could be a lot of fun to have it be a regular thing. 2nd pack, that's wild, and it's really good. Liked it a lot there. I like this challenge quite a bit. I think it's a lot of fun. Look at all these set boosters. I still have to crack. So thanks so much everybody for coming out. I really appreciate it, and I will see you later. I will make the deck list available on, I think I have a Architect that I was using for this show specifically. I just like Let me find it really real quick here. Do new deck. I will make it available here in just one moment. Actually, let me get this for you. Say. I will get this for you in just 1 second. Yeah, I use deck stats when I'm actually building, and that's what I use for my personal decks. For the Crack Commander, I wanted to try Architect because it was like a little bit nicer visually layout, you know, like an Architect or a Mox Field. I like for when you're actually doing that sort of thing. So let's see here. Let's see. Oh, that didn't work. Dang, God of the Worthy. Just always, you know, doesn't ever want to. There we go. Add save changes. All right, save. And we want to build. How do we make this that commander though? I cannot remember. Persona is our commander. Set commander. There we go. Save. Let me get you the link to it real quick. Share. There we go. Should be the one. Let me know if you can see that. And that's what we got. Yeah, I highly suggest it if you can get like what kind of strat is that in the background? It's just a little affinity. I bought up like $100 used on Facebook Marketplace as something to dink around with. It's got what's the pickups were something different. They're not the stock pickups. They're I can't remember the brand now. Lace sensor pickups. So yeah, it was just a little cheap one because I had never had an electric before, so I got that and got a cheap amp and something to dink around with. So but yeah, we've got the deck list in the chat there, and that should take you to the other. You should be able to find the other deck list for Wilhelt. I don't think I put the old Rutstein deck in there, but I should. Order Chaos instead of the Cosmotronic Wave, maybe. I like the Cosmotronic Wave though, just as a gotcha sort of thing. That'd be funny. So thank you everybody so much for coming out tonight, and make sure to tune in later, probably next week, like I said, and we will hopefully be playing with that deck and with a couple other budget decks and see how it works out. So thanks everybody. Have a wonderful rest of your night.
I like.
Are you guys talking nonsense about me?
We were talking candy. And the chat's talking candy.
Oh my
And his name is Joe